Paperclip just got one of the upgrades that matters more than it sounds. The core product is an agent control plane. It is built for companies made of AI agents with org charts, tasks, budgets, approvals, and run history. But the new post from Aron Prins is not about another dashboard screen. It is about Paperclip Desktop 3.2.5, a free Mac app that tries to make Paperclip feel like normal software. Open it, and Paperclip should start like an app, not like a weekend terminal project. That is the real hook. If Paperclip wants to reach people beyond repo watchers, the desktop wrapper may be the bridge. Here's what the source post actually says. Aron posted that Paperclip Desktop 3.2.5 is out now and available for free on GitHub. The attached image is simple proof, a macOS about Windows showing Paperclip Desktop, version 3.2.5, copyright 2026 Aron Prins. The repo says the same thing in a more technical way. Paperclip Desktop is an unofficial Electron wrapper around Paperclip. It bundles Paperclip through the official Paperclip server NPM package, then wraps that inside a native desktop app for macOS. That distinction matters. This is not a new Paperclip feature set. It is a distribution layer. The value is getting into Paperclip with less setup friction. The release page gives the trust proof. Version 3.2.5 bundles upstream Paperclip 2026.517.0, and it ships separate macOS builds for Apple Silicon and Intel Macs. The release notes say those builds are signed with developer ID, notarized by Apple, and stapled. I also downloaded the official Apple Silicon DMG, checked the SHA-256 prefix against the GitHub asset, and verified the signature locally. macOS accepted it as a notarized developer ID app from Aron and Sharon. That does not mean you should skip normal caution with agent software. It does mean this release is more than a source zip. It is packaged like real Mac software. The README explains why the wrapper exists. The goal is to make running Paperclip as easy as opening an app. For a normal user, that means no manual node setup, no PNPM install, and no command line just to reach the dashboard. Under the hood, the desktop app can run the embedded local server flow. It can also connect the shell to a verified remote Paperclip origin after checking endpoints like health and get session. The repo also mentions saved connections, quick reconnects, auto updates through GitHub releases, native menus, windowing, and system tray behavior. In plain English, Paperclip Desktop is trying to turn a developer-first control plane into a daily app. So what is Paperclip itself underneath the wrapper? The official docs call it a control plane for AI-run companies. The docs say you can hire agents, delegate tasks, approve risky actions, and watch the work happen. The upstream demo shows the product idea pretty clearly. There is an org chart with roles like CEO, CTO, CMO, Codex Coder, and Cloud Coder. There are heartbeat screens where agents wake up, check work, and act. There are dashboards for runs, tasks, success rate, spend, approvals, and recent activity. The desktop app does not replace that core product. It makes the core product easier to start, package, update, and potentially carry across local and remote setups. There are still caveats. The repo is explicit that this is an independent community distribution, not an official Paperclip release from the upstream team. It currently targets macOS, while Windows and Linux are listed as coming soon. Also, Paperclip is agent software. Its own disclaimer warns that configured agents can execute code, make API calls, and spend money through connected providers. The desktop app may reduce setup pain, but it does not remove responsibility. I tried launching the official Mac build in this capture environment. The process started and the app verified cleanly, but no usable app window appeared for recording. So this video sticks to verified source proof instead of pretending there is a first-run demo. The most interesting line in the post is the roadmap tease. Aron says the next step is Paperclip Desktop exposing your local Paperclip, so it becomes available on phones and other devices. Treat that as upcoming, not shipped, but it fits the direction. If Paperclip is meant to manage autonomous work, then access from a laptop, a phone, or a trusted remote shell becomes part of the product story. Version 3.2.5 is the packaging step. It makes Paperclip feel less like a repo you operate and more like software you open. That is why this release is worth watching. If I were evaluating this for real use, I would test 3 things next. First, the cold start path. Download the DMG, open the app, and reach the Paperclip dashboard without touching the terminal. Second, remote connection mode. Connect to a real Paperclip instance, close the app, reopen it, and confirm the saved connection still works. Third, the future local sharing feature. Expose a local Paperclip safely without turning a laptop into a random public agent server. That last part is where the execution has to be careful. A phone-friendly local Paperclip sounds useful. A sloppy network tunnel around agent software would be a very expensive bug.